today we are king and we are pumping ourselves up with our own playlist before battle. Incredible. LAN networking devices. What is a router? It's a router's job. What is a router is the question, and the next question is what it does. Pretty cool. It's a router's job to connect networks and pass data between them. It does this by using routing, hence the name router. So a router is a device that connects networks in order to exchange data. All right. Routing is the label given to the process of data traveling across network. Ooh, wait, I need to, I'm cooking some creme schnitt, so I have to pay attention to that because I need to not burn the dough. So routing is the label given to the process of data traveling across networks. Routing involves creating a path between networks so that this data can be successfully delivered. Routers operate at level 3. They often feature an interactive interface such as a website or a console that allows an administrator to configure various rules such as port forwarding or firewall. Routing is useful when devices are connected by many paths, such as in the example diagram below, where the most optimal path is taken. Routers are dedicated devices and do not perform the same function as switches. We can see the computer's A network is connected to the computer's B by two routers in the middle. Yes, these two. The question is what path will be taken. Different protocols will decide what path should be taken, but factors include what path is the shortest, what path is the most reliable, which path has the faster medium copper or fiber. Which path has the faster medium? What is a switch? A switch is a dedicated networking device responsible for providing a means of connecting to multiple devices. Switches can facilitate many devices from 3 to 63 using Ethernet cables. Right? So routers connect devices to networks and switches connect devices to other devices. However, these are exclusive in the sense that layer 2 switches cannot operate at layer 3. Take for example a layer 2 switch in the diagram below. These switches will forward frames. Remember, these are no longer packets as the IP protocol has been striped onto the connected devices using their MAC address. So we have above a switch a router at layer 3, because at layer 2 we have the switch, which cannot go further, right? The devices connect to the switch layer 2 and then goes to the router layer 3 and then goes to the network. These switches are solely responsible for sending frames to the correct device. Actually, I will take some more notes. Let me check the creme schnitt dough. Oh man, I created a masterpiece. I'm such a good cook. I am such a good cook. Okay, now let's move on to layer 3 switches. These switches are more sophisticated than layer 2, as they can perform some of the responsibilities of a router. Namely, these switches will send frames to devices, as layer 2 does, and route packets to other devices using the IP protocols. Let's take a look at diagram below of a layer 3 switch in action. We can see that there are two IP addresses. Yes, there are two IP addresses. We can also see two LANs, two networks, A technology called VLAN, a virtual local area network, allows specific devices within a network to be virtually split up. This split means they can all benefit from things such as the internet connection, but are treated separately. This network separation provides security because it means that rules in place determine how specific devices communicate with each other. The segregation is illustrated in the diagram below. Yes. We have in the switch, we have connected to the switch two networks from the same business. We have the sales department and the accounting department. In the context of the diagram above, the sales department and accounting department will be able to access the internet, but not able to communicate with each other, although they are connected to the same switch. They are connected to the same switch. What is the verb for the action that the router does? Routing. What are two different layers of switches? Separate them by a comma. That is layer X and layer 2. Layer 2 and layer 3. Layer 2 and layer 3.